Welcome to Macro Golf's Get Golfers Moving. So in this series of videos, it's all about getting you up off the sofa, away from your desks and doing some kind of movement, some kind of activity that's going to help with your golf game when you are able to get out and play the game that we love. So first of all, well done for just starting this video. Just by starting this video, you're already a step closer to a better health, better lifestyle and a better golf game. So as with all of these videos, we don't really need any equipment, we just need somewhere comfortable to lay down. We always start on our backs, move ourselves into a kind of position on all fours, and then end where I believe that everybody should be spending most of their day in a standing position. So we're going to start down on our backs. We're going to do what we do in both of these sessions, which is just focus our breathing a little bit. So when we're sat down for long periods, our breathing can get really lazy. So we're just going to think about breathing nice and deep into the belly. So hands can go onto the belly, and we're just going to take some deep breaths into that belly. Let it rise, really feel the rise of the air filling the stomach. And then exhale and fill it flatten out. You're going to repeat this a few times. And you can breathe with enough force that you can hear your breath as you inhale and you exhale. Just in this position, I want you to cross one leg over the other leg. You just push that leg away. So I've got my left foot over my right thigh and I'm pushing my left knee away from me. I'm just going to maintain that breathing from here. Just use this opportunity to get your mind away from everything you're doing, all of the stress. And this is just your time to focus on yourself, on your golf. Slowly drop the left foot back down. We're going to put the right foot up now. And now we're thinking about pushing that right knee away from us, getting a stretch in that right glute, maintain that breathing, maintain that focus. After this session, when you return, you're going to feel a lot more focused, a lot more productive. Whether you're heading off for a day of practice, a day of training, or like many of us, working from home. Just with that final breath, you can release the right foot down to the mat. We're just going to roll onto our side, so I'm going to roll onto my right side. And from here, what we want to do is get a 90-degree bend in the hip, the knee and the ankle. Tuck your knees up towards your chest. Have your right hand fully out in front of you with your palm facing up, and then you can bring your left hand over to meet your right hand. So from here, if you can put something under your head if you want for a little bit of comfort, but keeping everything else stable, all we're going to do is going to lift your left hand up and away from us, the face of the sky. It's going to get a little bit of rotation in the thoracic spine. We're going to hold for 3, 2, 1, and slowly bring it back down. We're going to repeat this 3 times. Hand comes up. Our eyes can just follow our fingertips. We're going to hold for 3, 2, 1, and back down. And one final time. 3, 2, 1, and return. So you can swap onto your other side. I'm going to spin around so you can still see me. Now we're onto our left side. Knees tucked up 90 degrees. Left hand now open. Right hand comes and joins it. And it's called opening the book. I'm just going to open the right hand. Eyes can follow the fingertips. You might be able to go a lot further than this. That's absolutely fine. 3, 2, 1, and back down. Remember, we're not working on our mobility and flexibility necessarily in these sessions. It's more just about getting you moving and trying to regain some of that function, some of that movement that you do have that might be lost by sitting down for these long periods. We can do one more on this side. Right hand comes up, follow the fingertips. 3, 2, 1, and release back down. We bring ourselves all the way around into a tabletop position, so onto our hands and our knees. Now from here, we're just going to work a little bit on the shoulders. Now the shoulders can become really, really tight if we're set down for long periods. We can start to get hunched over. So we're just thinking about opening up. So remaining on all fours, keep a nice solid base for the core, using the hips nice and straight. All we're going to do is going to lift our right hand all the way out in front of us, and then making as big a circle as possible, we're going to lift it all the way up, round towards our hip. Let the palm face the sky, and then roll it back down onto the mat. So we're just creating these big circles. So reach far forward, keep the core nice and contracted, really big arc with that right shoulder, all the way around to the hip, turn to the palm face of the sky, and rub the fingertips back down the mat, and replace. We're going to do 2 more on this arm. Nice big reach, big arc, rotate to face the sky, and back to the start position. Last one on this arm, all the way up. Big circle, rotate, and back to the mat. And we're going to repeat on the other arm. So into all fours, left hand down. Going to reach out ahead of us. Big wide arc, round to our hip, rotate to face the sky, and bring it back down to the mat. 3 more of these. Really try to maintain nice straight hips even as we make these big arcs. 2 more. And last one. Good. Now we're just going to work for a little bit of a stretch into the back. So what I want to do is just tuck the feet in together. The hands can walk out slightly further ahead of us. And from here I just want you to sit your bum all the way back down towards your heels. So as you do that, you're going to get a nice stretch. We're going to almost feel like underneath the armpit, for the big muscles in our back. So reaching forward, trying to bring the chest to the mat and bum down towards our heels. So you're going to feel that stretch. You're going to hold for 3, 2, 1. You're going to bring yourself back up to the start position. A little bit of a squeeze in the glutes. And then rock it all the way back. So we're just going to move between these 2 positions. And bring it up to the top, squeeze the glutes, and return. Just control your breathing as you do these movements as well. Back up to the top, all the way up, squeeze the glutes at the top, and come down. We're going to do 1 more round. Up and squeeze the glutes. Now I'm going to get you to spin round. You're going to come all the way around and bring both feet nice and wide and place your hands down on the mat if you can. Now from this position I want you to just get used to sitting kind of in this position. So you can take your hands off the mat if you want to. You can have your hands down on the mat. But I just want you to take some nice deep calming breaths in this position. Now it really doesn't matter on your flexibility at this point. If you are kind of bent-legged or whatever, it doesn't matter at this point. This is not the purpose of what we're trying to do. What I want you to do is just get comfortable in this position, whatever that range is. So from here, really take some deep cleansing breaths and just move as you feel it's needed. If you want to walk your hands over to one side, you can. To the other side, you can. But you just want to take some nice, deep cleansing breaths. Now we get to walk the feet up slightly closer together. You can bring your hands up onto your knees. And now I just want you to rock from side to side. Again, kind of just listening to your body on how it wants to move as deep as you want to go. This is not a test of your flexibility or mobility. It's just listening to your body and getting yourself moving a little bit. If you want to stay nice and shallow, you can. Just whatever movement feels nice. Walk the feet up a little bit more again, a little bit closer together. And now with your hands on your knees, you can sit up a little bit straighter. And now I'm just going to get you to drop one shoulder down to the mat, pull the other shoulder back, and rotate through. Just alternate between shoulders, putting one shoulder back and dropping one shoulder down. more on each side. And walk the feet up even more. So now you're looking around shoulder width apart, and we'll put your hands are going to go onto your hips. Now from this point, you're going to stay a little bit bent in the hip, and all you're going to do is really shift your weight over to one side. So I'm going to shift into my left side. My left leg is going to go almost straight, and I'm going to really shift my weight into this left hip, and I'm going to do the same onto the other side. Just shifting from side to side, feel the movement of those hips again. It doesn't matter how far you can go, just regaining some of that movement. One more on each side. And take a rest there. Now the last one we're going to do, bring our feet in even closer this time, near a hip width apart. We're going to try and drop both hands down towards our toes. Doesn't matter if you're on the shins, again, doesn't matter your flexibility, wherever's comfortable for you, but come down to that comfortable level, and then we get to take your right hand and open it up. Back down to that position, and then we're going to get you to take your left hand up as well. Really trying to maintain straight, tall posture, not crouching over. One more on each side. Last one on the right hand. And you can take a rest there. Guys, fantastic work getting today's session done. Hopefully when you walk away from this session, you feel in a much better condition to get whatever jobs you have set for today done. And hopefully you feel a little bit looser across the whole of your body. Well done for getting today's session in. Plenty more videos like this coming up. It'd be great if you hit the subscribe button to keep up to date with all the most recent videos as they're released. And also if you enjoyed that video, it'd be great if you hit the like button as well. But until then, I'll see you on the next video.